Mechanic Life. My name is Kevin, and today we are going to address my little bit of a goof up the other day. The fin for this, or I say fin, it's the spine or the wedge support, I don't know what you want to call it. It was 90 degrees, and I made sure it was 90 degrees in the plane where it supports the wedge this way. But the length of the beam, it was tipped. So we're going to address that. It's kind of an easy fix as far as getting it to a point where we can repair it. It's just two little tack welds on each side. I already cut the tack welds on the end of the beam. We're going to use the 4-inch angle grinder with a cutoff wheel, and with that will allow us to just kiss the tack welds, cut them free. And I think there is one booger of a weld. I think that's what made the plate kind of cockeyed a little bit, and we're going to fix that. Then we come to the task of holding this thing with one person, and everything's kind of heavy and kind of awkward. I have a little bit of a machining background, and there is a difference between machining and fabricating. I sort of mix the two up, and I try to be super precise when I should be just fabricating precise. I should be measuring in inches and fractions of inches as opposed to decimals. So that's part of the problem. Here's what I've come up with. This is a mock-up. This is just a section of the spine or the wedge support. We'll tack everything in place using the angle to make sure that the spine is vertical. That's the plan. Let's see if it works. Got the other one done. Same thing. We'll grind these welds up. I just didn't get either enough of a chamfer or enough of the weld ground away. We're gonna address it. If you forget a hat and you're sweating and you have some shop towels available, I have learned that you can roll one up, stick it up here above your safety glasses, and it will suck the sweat up instead of allowing it to pool in the lenses of your cheaters that are in your safety glasses. Just a helpful tip. All right, here we have it. There's the square sitting on the beam. And let's try to get you a good shot of this to kind of show you that it's pretty vertical now. So what we're going to do, I know the gap's not perfect on either side. We're going to bring the plates to the gap, or to the wedge, if that makes sense. The side plate, we'll position it and we'll base it off of this being vertical. That's the new plan. Let's see if it holds true. I did tighten up the throat here on the wedge pocket. It's hard to see in here, but I did tighten up the throat. And I didn't want 6 1/4. That just seemed too sloppy. So I brought it down to 6 3/16 because I am gonna paint this thing. So I don't want it to bind. But that's where we're at. We are very vertical in all planes. We did painstakingly check that. So hopefully this stuff comes out the way we want it. So we have the Forney 220 MP multi-process welder. It's the same setting actually as what we left off with the other day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tack this up. If the wind is too strong and it seems like the gases are not covering the weld and I'm getting some goofy looking welds, I will switch over to the stick welder. We're going to use the stick in some parts of this and maybe the TIG. I really kind of suck at TIG welding, so I don't know if we'll get to that, but we're going to definitely use stick, and we're definitely going to use the MIG. Safety glasses don't really fit behind this helmet too well, so I'll forego them. I got cheaters in the lens, so that helps. Yeah, I'm sitting down. The old knee's giving me some problems, so I am sitting as much as I can today. and relying on my kids to help out as much as they can tolerate me. And did I weld it to the end again? Ah! Yeah, that's no fun. Hopefully that's not too bad. Post in the comments how many consumable contact tips I'm going to go through on this project. There we go. Tack 2. I thought I would wait till I got it tacked up, but I am going to pull this in, this plate here. And here's this clamp. I showed it in the last video. You push down on these and you pull it out, and then you just push it in to tighten it up. It's pretty slick. I don't know how long it'll last, but I do like it so far. We have a little bit of a gap back here. Honestly, I'm just going to weld this plate in place. So I'm going to go ahead and tack this the way it is. We'll check for square again real quick, and then I think we're going to be ready to start welding. For real, for real. Now I could show that this is square, but these tails, these little things are not exactly square. So I don't know if it's going to show it to be square. It's almost square with it. That isn't terrible, but these do have a little bit of a warp to them. If I set it up here and eyeball it, it's a little bit easier. And truth be told, we used eyeballs on stuff like this quite a bit building ultralight aircraft. Again! Voila! I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but it's the way I do it. Now we're going to tack this guy up in here in the corners. A little bit out, it might be a 30-second out. It's not bad. We're going to move this beam into a position that's a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to just flip it on its side. I'm going to make one little I'm going to make a few short passes, flip it back over on the other side, make a few short passes just so I don't twist or warp this thing. Cameraman's on the other end, helping out. Okay, there we go. And if you notice, and just listen, I'm not doing anything. Once I press the trigger and it ignite, and the arc kicks off, the fan starts. It's pretty cool. Okay, there's that tack. All right, jump over to this side. All right, we got that. I think what I'm going to do is put a bead in here, since I don't know as if that's all that structural. I'm just going to put a short bead. I'm going to run kind of fast in here. Lay a bead in here that I can grind out or file out if I have to, just to start putting some heat into that guy right there. Let's try that. Ain't the best speed in the world, but like I say, it's actually low enough. I don't think I'll have to grind too much on it. I'm gonna come in and finish it out right here. Call that good for now. I think what I'm gonna do is weld on the backside here on both sides. This bead will be as long as this spine is wide. So we're gonna run about a 5-inch. All right, there's that. I'm gonna flip it up. Let's see if I can get it myself here. Got a camera in the way. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and weld this one right here. Eeps, thought I welded it to the tip. Whew, that's getting warm. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, this part come unscrewed. Yeah, that came off. Oh, okay, I see. Well, that ain't good. I didn't realize that was coming loose. Well, it wasn't totally my fault. A lot of things are, but that wasn't one of them. It's gonna be a deep weld. I mean, I'm gonna run the electrode out, or I'm gonna run the wire out pretty deep into that groove. Well, there's that. Yeah, that's kind of a craptastic beat weld right there. That's weird. All right, we'll go over to the other side. I wonder if that's what a lobster feels like. This glove has some sweat in it, and boy, the heat was building up in there. You could feel the steam. Oh man, it was getting warm. Getting slag build up. I'm trying the push method here. Pushing the puddle. I don't know. It's kind of fun experimenting, doing different stuff on this. Pick that wedge up, and we're gonna see if it fits. See how bad it binds. It'll drop in probably to the point right there. Oh, wow, it fit better. That means we're getting closer to the alignment. So this should give you a quick concept of what's going on. This wedge will move up and down. It's binding right here. This is a wedge for another project. I have to take my son, who's my cameraman, to a fun time. When I get back, we'll keep her going. All right, we're back. So the plan now is I'm gonna go ahead and build up this weld a little bit more, finish welding out the plates, because I don't want to have to grind that stuff back off again. I'm about done with grinding on this tail end if I can help it. Let's get started. We'll finish up the welds. it's hot. Move this camera over here. Get a little bit different view, maybe. I think I'm gonna push this way and then come back and push it this way. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I have that. Let's move on. Well, the next thing is we're gonna try welding up the tail, I think. I'm gonna see how that works. I want this weld to be kind of as flat as possible. I probably should have ground in a chamfer on this more. My mistake. We're gonna call it a night. This weld here, I'm gonna grind it out tomorrow. It has definitely got a lot of porosity in it, and I think I'm 95% sure, and if I'm wrong, post in the comments. I'm 95% sure it's due to the spatter building up inside the nozzle and on the contact tip and not allowing enough gas to get to it. It's a horrible, horrible weld, but I have to probably grind it next time I weld on it, since we'll probably get some flash rust, probably get some rain on it, or at least a heavy dew, and I'll have to clean it up anyway, so I'll just clean it up then. Re-weld it. We'll show you the end result. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.